In order to understand it better, I've turned this Aldray and drawn over the top. And it shows us the equidistant roads that are spoken of by Josephus, whereby you have the theatre. Straight through the gate ahead of you is the palace. Down here of Herod the Great, we're going to see his swimming pool. Apparently the guy likes swimming and he doesn't like salt water. It's a sweet water swimming pool, fresh water, and he has to bring water in from elsewhere. There's not enough water here. So we're going to take a look at the line of an aqueduct which is coming down in towards the central part of Caesarea. And underneath his palace, a large number of water systems. We're then going to take a little walk along the side of the hippodrome. Hey, what's a hippodrome? What's hippo? What's a hippo?
Water.
It's a horse. Hippo's a horse. Okay, water, what's water? In the Latin. Anybody know? Potom is water. Okay, what's that floor between ground and first floor? What do you call that in-between floor? Mezzanine. The mezzanine. Mesopotamia. What does that mean then? Between the rivers. Hippopotamus. A river horse. So if we start breaking down words, we can actually understand what they mean, but we have to know the original language from which they came. But this is a hippodrome. It is near enough 1 furlong, which is 1/8 of a mile, and that is called by the Romans a stadia. So what we're going to look at, a stadium. But this was hit by an earthquake. They came all the way down parallel to the Syrian African Rift, and it would appear that during this quake that destroys the side, if I have a quake in the middle of the sea, what do I get? Tsunami. What has a tsunami? It sucks the water out. It then comes in with what we used to call the tidal wave, and then take everything out. We cannot find these stones. They're missing. So we think this was actually destroyed by a tsunami. And we had some pretty bad weather. I don't know if we yet managed to fix the steps. If not, I come into this hippodrome in a slightly different direction to usual. And I want to walk all the way down where we've got a piece of land sticking out, which I've drawn in right here. And this outer port today is missing. If you would like to see it, you go next door here to Kibbutz Lot Yam, and you rent all your scuba diving equipment, and everything is labeled for you at the bottom of the sea. So if you're into scuba diving, got a license, you can come and see another tour of Caesarea. Here you can also see wonderful tropical fish and corals at down at the Red Sea. We then come through the central part that was rebuilt by the Crusaders. We see where was the location of the temples, and then we shall find the bus over in the parking just outside the wall. Now I mentioned on the bus that this guy Octavian was short, squat, and the man was very ugly. But nobody knew that, because he sent out sculptures around the world of himself, and by the dimensions of the temple found, his sculpture must have been at least 200 feet high. And we talk about an egoist. I mean, this